Hello students, I'm back at the Moody Library homepage and I'm going to put it all together in Module 1 Part 4 using PsycArticles. So I'm at the library's homepage clicking on Find Articles Using Databases. I've already logged in once before so I don't have to log in again. And I'm going to click on Psychology and Sociology and go down to PsycArticles. Using the advanced search, I'm going to go ahead and ask for the thesaurus. You don't have to do this. I'm just going to do it to show you how this is run. And do not put your search in here because this is going to run a search. We're actually going to be running a search in here and looking for term contains using thesaurus to find out the exact subject heading that we need to use for post-traumatic. Now I know from looking earlier that it's all run together. So I'm going to just put in that term to save time. And I have got the Boolean operator at OR. So whatever it's retrieved, I could actually pick more than one if I want to. Set on term contains, I am browsing. And I have retrieved 4 hits. I could use any of these hits. If I pick all of these, it will be connected with ORs. So it won't be AND, so I won't lose anything. Every one of these subject headings will be added at one time, and it could have one of these subject headings or 2 of them or all of them or just one, like I said. So for this case I'm just interested in this first one, so I'm taking that one, and I want the major concept, so I will take that and then I will add that. Now I've got this major heading up here in my search text box, and I'm going to search it. I have 1,300 hits, and now I would like to narrow this down. By using the word "and" between the 2 text boxes, I'm saying that every article must have this subject heading plus the term or terms that I add in here. So using what we learned earlier in Module 1, I think it was Module 1 Part 1, we are going to use teen truncated with the asterisk, or juvenile with the asterisk, or adolescent with the asterisk. So now we have got this subject heading with this run, plus another search for this subject heading and this term run, and then this subject heading and this term run. So 3 searches are actually being performed at one time. We're going to go ahead and run that search. Now we have a limit down to 79 articles. Now for this class that I'm running this research for, my professor has said you must have scholarly peer-reviewed journals. So I'm going to come down here where it says show more instead of limiting right here. Now I've got all the limits that I can limit with this database. Remember, limits and different ways to narrow your search down are database dependent. So depending on what database you use, you will have different ways that you can narrow it down. So for this class, I'm going to go ahead and say 2010 to 2015, and I'm going to say my professor has said I must have scholarly peer-reviewed journal. This is one step better than just plain academic journals. So I'm going to take scholarly peer-reviewed journals, and I'm going to scroll down and say search. If I had tried to check each one of these over here, it would run the narrowing down separately, and sometimes that can mess up your search. So it really is better to run the show more. Same thing is true for using these major subject headings. You always want to open show more so that you will be able to pick more than one term. If you just click this, you're just going to get the 10 trauma articles. You're not going to get any others that you might find that you might want. Since we already narrowed down to 37, this is pretty narrow, and I believe it's all going to be on one page. It's pulling them up by relevance. So according to the database, these are the top hits we've got at the top. I wanted to point out to you that when you leave your searches set, like for example these terms set at select a field, this is telling the database to look in the record for each article for these terms, teen, juveniles, adolescents, and it's searching everywhere in all of these areas for those terms for that age group. Okay. Also, since I've opened this record, it also links down at the bottom to the HTML version of this, which has no page breaks, as you can see, but it will let you download this article to your MP3 player, and you can pick what accent you want. This is kind of fun when you're driving a long distance to listen to your articles from your flash drive or your MP3 player, or maybe as you're going walking or running, whatever exercise you get. And this is actually a study. Okay, going back to the result list. When you're actually downloading this, you probably will want for sure the PDFs so that you can actually state what page you get different quotes from or different facts from. This first one here has 3 references. That means that these people who wrote this article used these 3 articles to produce their study, and this was published in July of 2014. So these articles have to be prior to July 2014 since these people used these sources. As you scroll down, you will see that number 3 has cited references and time cited in this database. That means this article was written in September 2012, and the time cited, cited references are the references that these people used for their article. So these have to be written before September 2012. And the time cited in this database, that means somebody else has cited this article that we're looking at now. So this article must be past September 2012. If you find articles that you want, you can actually are interested in, put your mouse over this right here and you can scroll down and read the abstract for the article. If you like it, you can go ahead and add it to the folder. And I'm going to add some more to the folder. Now, if you sign out without email or downloading these, you will not have any of these. So you need to go back to the top of the page under folder, and then you need to mark the ones you're interested in emailing yourself or printing or downloading. Save as a file, email, or print. And we don't have the export capabilities now. Go ahead and click on email. In this case, that's what I do. And I'm going to put my email address in here. And put a little subject. Let's just say articles for class. And I'm going to put a note for myself here. Check APA style, because these databases, you cannot trust them to actually format your citation correctly. So always ask for, if you want to look for APA or MLA, whatever you're doing, always check it. Do not trust them with your grade. So I'm going to check the APA style myself, and for sure they're not going to put the correct hanging indent for APA. So I will email this. It's been sent to me. And now I can go back to the other hits I had and look for some more articles. You see these are still checked here. Okay, I hope that shows you how to use Thesaurus to run a search in a database. Don't forget, this could say in CINAHL headings, in Medline I'll say mesh headings. You could see just subjects listed here, but it's going to be right up here where you're going to find that. The same thing is also in the ProQuest databases, so you can search for the correct subject headings that way. You also can check up here under cited references. You can actually put in a reference you found in another article or book, well, especially the articles, and see if you can pull it up that way. Okay, that is the end of Module 1. part 4.